Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's Elliott Wave Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a wonderful week. The market has still been trending in the last couple of weeks. We've got a lot of positions that we've been trading in the last couple of days. We've still got a couple of them open, which we'll go through this morning. Right, so let's have a look on the channel here. We have got we've launched new social media pages. That is a Facebook page. We've got a new Facebook page and a new Twitter page. Please check it out and follow there. There's a lot of information that you can find on those pages. Some of the summaries of the trade setups that we have, some of the charts that we post on social medias. Those that are still learning the wave theory, you can actually learn a lot from those charts. You can study those charts. We will be updating those regularly. So that is the Twitter page there. You can check the link out there for Twitter and our new Facebook page. So those pages are quite updated quite regularly. So check them out. Please follow and like the pages. Follow us on Twitter, like the pages on Facebook. Do give us a like and subscribe onto the channel, so the next time you get we post a video, you get a notification for the video. Right, so let's get started. We're going to start with 5 things that I'm going to mention quickly before you rush off to your favorite pairs. So there is a very interesting trade setup on platinum. Those who trade stock, the specific stock is Anglo-American Platinum. I will be buying that on Monday. All checks are confirmed. It's a very good trade. So Anglo-American Platinum, code name for South Africans is AMS. I don't know what, you can just check the code name for other stock exchanges, but AMS and especially the metals are looking very good for a bullish run. So that is silver and gold. We'll be looking for upside. So very interesting setups on those. Right, our next course, I just need to update here. Our next course is going to be on the 3rd of August. For more information on the course, you can check out our website at elliottwaveprinciple.com. You can check the website link here under the description of the videos. You'll find more detail there. I'll show you a bit of how the website works as well. We've also got a subscription. So the subscription assists you for those that cannot afford the course right away. You can get a subscription, a 3-month subscription, get a good view or a good understanding of how we work. Then if you wish to upgrade to the full course, you can always do that. So all that information is on the website. Please check it out there. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with what we have been trading in the last week. So what we trade is based on this weekly outlook, and I'll show you the overall view, the bigger picture on Sunday mornings, like I do now. And then during the week, we're actually trading these live during our live market analysis sessions. Right, so you will see how accurate our indicator that I keep talking about, the indicator is. So we've got so many positions that we opened in the last week, and all of those are based on structure as well as this powerful indicator. If anybody is trading the Elliott Wave theory or any other strategy without the indicator, I cannot imagine what the accuracy could be. I really do not think you can be profitable without an indicator, because you cannot just be looking at price and structure. This is just a price chart that is generated by a computer. So you need to have something solid that tells you when to enter, when to exit, pinpointed. That is what this indicator does. So what it does is it prevents us from having alternative. I mean, you've had so many Elliott Wave traders talking about an alternative. With this indicator, the alternatives are eliminated and we only have one bias. That's why you see my analysis. When I do analysis here, I only look at one bias, because that's what the indicators is showing us. As much as we've got the structure and the sequence, but the indicator will prevail overall. Let's start. Our first trade setup for the week was pound CAD. We spoke about pound CAD during the week, last week as well, and that we are looking at this to be a 3-wave structure, and pound CAD has already dropped. We're just doing trade recaps now. Has already dropped 330 pips, as you can see here. You can go check your charts as well. We've already dropped 330 pips from our entry here. We're looking for more downside. As you can see, this is a trade that is still open. That's not done as yet. We've also looked at pound New Zealand. trend. Pound AUD has already dropped 200 pips as well from entry. That trade is not closed as yet. It is still running. As you can see, this is how that one has dropped. Just about 200 pips there. This is a 4 hour. So this is actually 200 pips on pound New Zealand. You can actually do the sum up of all the pips that we've made in this week. Euro yen was a very nice trade. We looked at all the yen pairs to have been making three-wave pullbacks, and this was an entry on euro yen. So we're looking for further downside on this one. So we've already dropped, as you can see, on euro yen. This was the entry here, and we are already we've already dropped 200 pips on euro yen. We're currently on about 150 because of the pullback. So that is a euro yen, very nice trade there on euro yen. So everything has just been playing out well. This one we took towards the end of the close of the session. This is pound yen on Friday, and we got a free 100 pip. This was a textbook setup, 100 pip on pound yen. As you can see here, this is how this one has played out. We've already dropped 100 pips. This has been on a trend, but this one just gave us a free 100 pip trade to the downside, as we got that through the indicator. That is a pound yen. Now silver, I've just talked about the metals making bullish moves. Silver has already moved about 200 pips. We're currently in a big corrective structure. I'm expecting silver to continue higher. We'll look at that during the market analysis session. This is silver now, and this is where we took silver. We're still looking for it to go and complete the move at 19. Initially, it was 19. I think now we're even going to reach 20 on silver, looking at how the metals are going. So we'll do an update on this. You don't just go and buy silver now. We need to get a confirmation for that. Oil has crushed our target. 1,050 pips from entry here at 30 has now hit 42. As you can see, this was a very nice trade. 1,050 pips in a single trade. 1,000 points on Brent crude oil, as you can see there. This was pound yen. I've already shown you this was the previous one from last week. I've already shown you that we're trading the downside on pound yen around here. We're already on up 100 pips, but the week before we actually got the 700 pips to the upside. As you can see, this was a textbook setup. Breaks out of this structure and went up for 715 pips. Right, so we've got quite a number of other trades like pound chief has already dropped from here to around 750 here. It's around 750. That's already 500 pips in a single trade. This was the entry there. As you can see, this is a pound chief. This is how we forecast the moves. Okay, so we actually had two trades here. This was the first one. We've actually have the second one here after the pullback. This is the move now. We're still expecting continuation to the downside. That is pound chief. Right, EURCAD, this is not a trade. I'm just showing you the forecast. I've been talking about how complex this structure is, but we have managed to dissect it and be able to identify the actual structure that is playing out. I'm going to show you that structure when we do market analysis, and we actually forecasted the move to the downside. We got the move to the downside, even if it's just a few pips, but this is now playing out to the downside. Also on the cryptocurrencies, this is Ripple. Look out for the Crypto Corner webinar, free webinar. I'm going to be doing that right after this. So this is Ripple. We're looking for downside, and it is still not, there's not really gone anywhere, but we're still expecting the cryptocurrencies to pull back to around this area. We're going to do an update on that. And Bitcoin has not really gone anywhere from about 10,000. We've been calling for this one to come down. We're currently at around 9,200, 300. So we're still looking for this one to make a move to the downside. It has not gone anywhere. We're currently here. We're going to do an update during the crypto webinar. CAD yen, look out for CAD yen. We're looking for continuation to the downside. Has already dropped about 40 pips from entry here. This is our entry here. Textbook entry, pinpointed entry. We know exactly where to enter, where to put in a stop loss, and you'll see that our stops are very tight. So that gives us a good risk to reward ratio. That is CAD yen, looking for downside. CADCHF has not gone anywhere, just gone sideways, but we're still looking for continuation to the downside. As you can see, AUD US dollar dropped about 40 pips, has not really gone anywhere, but it's just 40 pips. We're still looking for continuation to the downside. That is AUD US dollar. Right, New Zealand US dollar, saying similar to AUD US dollar. We've already dropped about 40 pips as well, as you can see. All right, so those are all the trades. These are still open. Those are all the trades that we've been busy with last week. You can sum up all the pips that we've made in the last week. So now let's get started with the market analysis. All right, so let's get started. We're going to go into, let's start with the major pairs. We're going to start with the major pairs, and then we're going to end with the indices. I'm not going to do the cryptocurrencies. I'm going to do that with the next crypto update. We're going to do it immediately after this webinar. Now, let's start with the DXY. Now, the DXY has made a move to the upside. We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're making this move to the upside. Is this the overall reversal on the DXY? It's very likely that the DXY is now making that move. Let's just show the structure here, what the possibilities is here. So we've made this pulsing move on the DXY. We've made this 3-wave pullback with this corrective structure here. So we've got this corrective structure here and this move to the downside. Is this now going to give us the yellow move to the upside? It looks a bit corrective at the moment. So we're going to be monitoring this one for upside. Going to be monitoring this one for upside on the DXY. So look for entries to the upside. There is a possibility of the DXY doing this one, this move here. This is one more down here and a move to the upside. But if we get an entry here, we're looking for upside on the DXY. The structure is clear. The structure is clear here. It's A, B, and a C. We've got an impulsive move here, and we're going to be looking for upside. Looking for this one here to be an A, B, C, and this corrective structure here. This corrective structure here, we've already focused it previously, and this was a 3-wave corrective structure. I want you to see the structure here. Okay, so this is what we have here. This is coming down impulsively. What we cannot see clearly is whether this has made 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to make a 5 before it goes, or if the 5-wave moves have completed here. Either way, that will be confirmed by the indicator. That is the DXY. Euro US dollar will be the inverse of the DXY. As you can see, it is the same structure. We've got a pulsing move here to the downside. We have got this one here, the red move, pulsing move, a corrective move, and we're looking for this one to be upside now. Similar to the DXY, the question is whether we've made 1, 2, 3, are we going to go for a 4 and a 5, or this is the completion of the move. As far as the indicator is concerned, this looks like it is the end, and we're going to be looking for downside. Looks like it's going to be end, and we're going to look for continuation to the downside. And that continuation to the downside is confirming this structure here, where we're going to have the yellow impulsive move, as you can see, downside, and we're looking for this one to the downside. This does not move in a straight line, so we'll be looking for entries as it goes. So that is a simple A, B, C structure on the euro. So look out for corrective structures to the downside. Okay, that is a euro, pound, US dollar. So pound, US dollar has made a very interesting structure. If you look at this here, we've made a pulsing move. Let's just clear it. We've made a nice pulsing move to the upside. This is actually a 5-wave structure. It ends with a truncated 50 here. Let me show you the labeling on pound US dollar so you can see the structure. Put it on full screen here. So we've got a truncated 5th there, and we started with the corrective structure. Now, is this the end of the move? Are we now making this flat correction? Looks like we are making this flat correction. We're currently in this move to the downside. That's why you see pound yen is also downside. So we're still looking for continuation to the downside and targeting this area to make that structure. Okay, so that is going to be an A, that is going to be a B, and then we're looking for a C. So for now, we're looking for this one to continue lower. So because that B is this flat correction here. All right, so that's what we're looking for. Continuation to the downside on pound US dollar. Okay, let's run through the rest here. US dollar chief, similar to the DXY, we're looking for a push to the upside, but this is making a corrective structure here, which may give us one more down and then upside. The structure is similar to that of the DXY and the euro, and looking for this one to make upside here. Are we going to get an upside here? Let's have a look. We'll see this one here. Even if we make the pullback corrective and makes a move to the downside, we're going to expect continuation to the upside, because the structure we're looking for is this one. All right, so that is US dollar chief, US dollar CAD, US dollar CAD, you can see the structure is similar to US dollar CHF. We've got a pulsing move. I've shown this one last week, how we forecasted the move to come here and bounce at the lower boundary of the channel, simply because we're looking for this structure. This is the corrective structure, and this is our blue box area. That's where we've bounced up from there. Now, we've got a pulsing move here. We've got a pullback here. This is corrective. It can go up from here and make a leading diagonal for the move to the upside. But possibility is also this: 1, 2, 3. You don't trade until you get a clear corrective structure to show you that we are ready for upside. So that will be an impulsive move, and we're looking for a pullback, and then we'll be looking for this one to go all the way to the upside, confirming the strength in the US dollar. Okay, so Audi US dollar, just show you a good example of how the website works on Audi US dollar. We were looking for 3-wave pullbacks on most of the structures that had made pulsing moves to the downside. So let's have a look here on the website, and I'm gonna go to the members area here. Okay, so we're gonna be looking for US dollar pairs. Let's go to US dollar pairs, and we'll go to Audi and New Zealand. You've seen Audi and New Zealand during trade setups, how we forecasted the move to the downside and actually got the trades. Now, this was the forecast. This is not a trade setup. We're forecasting that we're looking for the move to the downside. As you can see here, we've got the move to the upside, and we actually only traded here. We are currently 40 pips up on Audi US dollar. This is how the website works. This is only on the 1 hour. We've got all the time frames from the 1 hour, 4 hour, as well as the daily. Now, this is Audi US dollar. The 4 hour looks like this. It's the same similar trade, so we're looking for simply a pullback and a move to the downside. You've seen the trade setup on that one. I'm going to show you Audi New Zealand as well before I go to the live chart as well. New Zealand US dollar. Let's have a look at New Zealand US dollar on the 1 hour. The same was the forecast. Now, this is the forecast. There's a difference between forecasting and trading. Forecasting is the easy part, but timing of the market and when to enter, when to exit is the critical part. So we've got this pullback here, and we're looking for downside. Okay, so that is Audi and New Zealand, and this is how this have played out. We have got an entry here. Let me go to the 1 hour here. It's going to be a lot clearer because the entry is on the 1 hour here on Audi and New Zealand. So after the 3-wave pullback, we got an entry for downside. This was the 3-wave pullback. We could clearly see that there was an entry, that was the first entry, and it makes this deeper entry here for downside. Now we've got another one here for further downside. We're looking for downside. So we may be making a leading diagonal here before, it's actually not going to be a leading diagonal here. It's going sideways, but we're looking for this one. Let me just show you the structure here. Let's switch off all these lines here. This Audi US dollar, we're looking for this to have made a pulsing move down, to have made a corrective structure here. And we're going to look for this one to continue to the downside. So far, this looks like an expanding flat. We could have this one as a pullback, 3 waves. Doesn't matter for now. So we could have this as a WXY corrective structure. So that means the whole thing here is a correction. And after this move to the downside that we're trading, Audi US dollar may resume a move to the upside. We're not worried about this for now. As it is now, we've got enough data to tell us that this is going to make a move to the downside, at least to this level. Okay, so that is Audi US dollar as well as New Zealand US dollar. The same structure, as you can see, it's exactly the same structure. We had a pullback here on Audi New Zealand, Audi US dollar, and same on New Zealand US dollar. We're looking for downside. We've made 3 waves down, we've got 3 waves up. Now it looks like we've made another 3 waves to the downside. We need to see if it's going to break this level, because there's a possibility that it makes this one here. So you can have this WXY structure here, and eventually you're going to have this one as an expanding flat, a correction, and a move to the downside. So let's wait for that. Okay, so that is New Zealand. We are in the trades on both Audi and the New Zealand, same trade, 1% each there. Right, looking at US dollar ZAR. US dollar ZAR, we're looking for short-term pullback to around this area. US dollar ZAR should resume a move to the upside, same as US dollar CAD. These are correlated. We could even be having a diagonal here on US dollar ZAR. Let's monitor it, but I'm expecting a pullback before I move to the upside. Pound yen, I've shown you the entry here, the short trade, the one that we closed the week with, the simple 100 pips that we closed the week with here was this flag here that we dropped. We've already dropped 100 pips from there. Now, but that was not the focus. The focus was for this one to be making a 3-wave pullback after that 700 pip move. I showed you the 700 pip move on this trades to the upside. We had that. Now we're looking for downside. We're trading to the downside at this point. Okay, so we're looking for this one to continue lower. Right, that is pound US dollar. I'm gonna go back to the 4-hour now. Okay, so that is on the 4-hour. Can you see the structure, how clear the structure is? We've made a simple 3-wave pullback here on pound yen. Now we're coming down. Are we coming down all the way, or are we going to first make a corrective structure? It looks like we're going to come at least back to this level. We're going to be looking for this one to come down here. That's why we've got a trade setup that we took here, even if it already moved. So we were able to get in there and ride the move to the downside. Okay, so that is a pound yen, a US dollar yen. Okay, so US dollar yen, we've got this 3-wave move to the downside here. Looks like we're still going to make a continuation to the downside here with this. Is it going to drop here and make a pullback to the upside? That's going to be a better one. But for now, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it clearly. Let's make it bigger. So this is on the 4-hour. Let me bring back the labeling here. So we've got this corrective structure on US dollar yen 1-2. Are we going to get this one to do that? Or is it going to continue from here? There's a possibility it just continues from here. We want this corrective structure and it will just continue from there. Then we're going to have a trade to the downside on US dollar yen. Euro yen, I've already showed this one under trade setups. I need to show you on the daily why this structure, why we're able to trade this structure like this. So Euro yen, if you remember a couple of videos back, a couple of sessions back, I've been showing how we got this move to the downside here. I've shown you how we got this move to the blue box here. I've shown you how we got this 3-wave move to the upside here. And we've traded this pulsing move together with the pound yen move. Why were we trading it like that? We were looking at this structure. We were looking at this expanding flat, a textbook expanding flat. This is the part that most of you don't see here. This is what we show during our live trading sessions. We know the structures that we're looking for, and this is a simple ABC structure on Euro Yen. ABC. You see how clear this is? ABC structure on Euro Yen. Obviously, that is a purple WX there. That is a whole corrective structure. Now we're looking for a move to the downside. That is why you see us selling the yen pairs now. Are we going to get continuation to the downside? That's what we're waiting for, unless we've got indication of reversal, but we're looking for that to continue lower, to even right back at the blue box here. That is how structure works, right? Euro yen, chief yen rather, chief yen. Chief yen, we've also shown you how this was correlating with the euro yen and looking for this to both have equal legs there, which they all did. Now we've made a pulsing move to the upside, right? So is this going to make a 3-wave pullback? We're going to update the structure depending on how this plays out. So we're going to look for a deeper corrective structure before a move to the downside on chief yen. Not as clear as euro. CAD yen. CAD yen, very clear structures. Let me go to the 4-hour. We've got very clear structures on the yen pairs, guys. Okay, we've got very clear structures on the yen pairs. Let's have a look here. Right, so CAD yen, the structure that you see here, let me just switch off for a bit. You see a clear 3-wave structure. One move to the upside, corrective structure, and a move to the upside. That is the corrective structure that we were looking for. Now we've dropped here. We're looking for this. We saw this 3-wave pullback. Now, are we going to get continuation to the downside all the way straight with this move? That is a possibility. This is a 3 move up, 3 back, and 5 up. So this is a ABC flat correction. B does not quite reach here, but that's acceptable. It's still flat. So that is ABC structure. We're looking for downside here. We're looking for a move to the downside on CAD yen. That is how we forecasted those moves. Okay, AUD yen. Let me just go show you on the website how this forecasted these moves here. So we go to the yen pairs. You can see that there's time frames for all the pairs here. Let's go to the yen pairs. So you can see that though we saw the three-wave pullbacks, and that is why we're trading those to the downside, as you've seen during trade setups. We've got so many positions open. Looking at AUD yen, as you can see here, AUD yen, we looked for this three-wave pullback. We didn't just take it from here. The forecast was from the top, but we don't pick tops and bottoms. So we got an entry here, just a few pips to the downside. That's what you have here on CAD yen. And on AUD yen, you'll see they all have the same structure, all making three-wave pullbacks, and we're looking for downside. We've got an entry here, a few pips in. The trade are only just starting now. Don't go and sell just because you see that we are in the trades. We had already had a good entry on the setups. CAD yen, same. You can see they all have three-wave structures, same structure, making a move to the downside. That's why we are in the yen pairs looking for downside, and the metals looking to push higher as well. So those are the yen pairs. Now let's go into the commodities. Gold. Now, gold looks like it's ready to make a move to the upside, but this is too easy. I keep saying this, when you see something like this on a Sunday and you see a move like this, don't just go and buy on a Monday. So look for this one to come back. Gold is going to make a move to the upside. The metals are looking strong for the next coming sessions. We just need to confirm when they are ready, and that we use with the indicator. I've shown this structure on gold, 1, 2, 3. Now we're looking for a move to the upside. We've already started with a pulse move to the upside. This is the corrective structure that you see here, but the indicator has not confirmed upside as yet. So what you may see here on gold is this move. Let me just see here. There's something on the chat box. Somebody's saying something on the chat box. Okay. Somebody's asking, in order to take your course, what kind of experience do I need? You just need to be able to trade, to know how to, you need to have some experience. You should have a strategy, and you are either not consistently making profit or making small profits. Okay, so you just need to have some experience. You should be able to learn the wave theory. Okay, so for course inquiries, rather send me an inquiry, a message, or through the contact details on the video description. Let's continue with this. So this is gold looking for continuation here to the upside. Now I was about to show you this structure. We've made a move to the downside. We made 3 waves up. I'm expecting one pullback before we make a move to the upside. I'll be looking for that one more pullback. Doesn't look quite ready to go yet, but if it does go, you look for a shallow retracement here. But gold and silver look good for upside. Let me just show you the structure that you can take a screenshot of here. Let me go full screen. You can take a screenshot. You can go study the chart and see what we're looking at here on gold. This is on the 4 hour. You can go and look at this whole chart here. Go and study the chart. You'll see why we're looking for continuation to the upside on gold. We're expecting the same thing on silver as well. Okay, so that is gold. This leg here looks like it's going to make one more move to the upside. Possibly a similar move to this one here. A similar move to this one here. So it's not a small move, around the 1900 on gold. Let's go to silver. Silver looks very interesting also. Now let's just look at this structure. Remember the silver trade that I've shown you? We took silver from here. Why did we take silver from here? Look at something very interesting here. I'm going to switch off here. Something very interesting on silver. We make this 3-wave pullback here. Let's show it, make it a bit bigger. If you look at this, it's making same structures every single time. We made 1, 2, 3 wave, corrects and push to the upside. Again, it makes the same thing. 1, 2, 3. What does it do? Corrects. What happens after that? It pushes to the upside. Now, what is it doing again? 1, 2, 3. What is happening now? Exactly what it has done before. You would think it's coming down like we did here. You will think it's coming down like we did here. So we didn't get a trade here. We're still looking for this to make one more down. But when it was here, indicator, there was no way you cannot take this move to the upside. That's why we've got 240 pips here. Silver, we're looking for continuation to the upside again, and looking for this one to break higher than that. You can see the structures are all the same. Corrective structures, same corrective structures, and we're looking for upside. So that's why we're looking for the metals. Now the trick is when to enter. Brent crude has reached our target. Now we're looking for a corrective structure. Is it going to go sideways? we may get a pullback here on Brent crude and one more up. Okay, so that is what we're looking at on Brent crude and the commodities. I said here that I'll look out for this. I know I don't usually look at this chart, but look out for platinum. Look out for platinum for upside. Look out for platinum for upside. Platinum is about to go. Okay, look out for platinum is about to go. Okay, together with silver and gold, so that looks like the metals are ready to go. Similar as silver. Look what happened previously. Look what happened previously. So platinum is ready to go. Specific stock that I trade in South Africa is this one. I use CFDs to trade this one. Let's have a look at this one. I just need to show you this one. It is AMS, Anglo American Platinum. Let me see here. AMS. Now look at this structure. This has got all the checks for an explosive move to the upside. This is got all the checks for an explosive move to the upside. Indicators confirming. Only thing that you need is a structure to confirm. So I'll be buying these shares leveraged with CFDs. This is AMS. That's just for those that trade stocks. You can look for AMS in other stock exchanges as well if you'd like to trade those. Let's go back to the Forex pairs. Right, let's continue. So that's going to be a very interesting one. Very nice moves to the upside. Let's look at pound pairs. I've already shown you pound chief. This is why we're expecting pound US dollar to make a continuation move to the downside, because pound chief has already done that structure that we expect pound US dollar to make. So pound US dollar, pound chief, we're expecting it to even break this low here. It could even make an expanding flat. So continuation to the downside on that one. Right, let's get my drawing tool out here. I've lost my drawing tool. There we go. So that is what we have on pound US, pound chief, pound Audi. You saw this one during trade setup. We've been talking about this corrective structure, and for pound US dollar to continue lower. Now we need to get a corrective structure here to confirm that this is going to go all the way, because there's a possibility that we get, if this one has made 3 up, 3 down, can make a bounce before making a move to the downside. There's nothing wrong with this move. We'll still be able to take a move to the downside. Should take us for break even on this one. That is a pound Audi, looking for continuation to the downside. This pullback does not mean anything. Could just be a corrective structure. We could just have this one and continue low. Our entry is here. Okay, that's the way our entry is on pound US dollar. Pound New Zealand already 200 pips to the downside. Our entry is here, so we're looking for a continuation to the downside. Pound New Zealand, looking for continuation to the downside. Okay, so that is pound New Zealand, pound CAD. Pound CAD already 330 pips from this entry. We saw this one here coming down here. This was our entry. This was another entry. This one was not so good, but you could have had 2 entries here. Even if you missed the first one, this is the move to the downside. We're still expecting continuation to the downside. Look for pullbacks for continuation to the downside. While we're looking for that, this is the structure that we're looking for. We're looking for pound CAD to come down to this level. All right, that is pound CAD. Right, pound CAD, euro pound as expected. Euro pound as expected, because the pound pairs are pushing higher. This is the 3-wave pullback that was playing out last week. We were here last week making this corrective structure. Is making a push to the upside. I'm already in short on the pound pairs, so this one that's why we didn't take this one here. So still expecting this one to push a little bit higher. Okay, so that structure needs to be updated there. So we've got a move to the upside, we've got a pullback, we're looking for this to continue higher on euro pound. Euro Audi. Right, so euro Audi, we're looking for this to continue lower. Wait for this one to do this. Let me make this bigger. Why is the structure so small? We want it to be bigger. Look for this structure to continue lower. We've made a three-wave pullback like the other structures that you've seen, like other pairs that you've seen. Now we've made a three-wave pullback. Is this going to be a corrective structure? And we're going to look for this one to the downside. This has made an ABC corrective structure zigzag, and we're looking for this one to continue lower. Wait for this to confirm. It's not going up, it's coming down. Okay, that is EURAUD, EURCAD. EURCAD should follow pound CAD. So this was another entry here, but we have not really traded this. As you've seen during trade recaps, I've only shown you the forecast. We haven't got the entry yet on EURCAD, but if we do, we're going to be taking it to the downside because we're looking for this. I said I was going to show you the structure on EURCAD. No matter how complex this is, it doesn't matter. We are still able to dissect the corrective structure as long as we've got enough data. We saw this one making a move to the upside. We saw this one making a pulsing move, and this one doing this corrective structure here. Now we're looking for this one to make a move to the downside. That's why we're looking for downside, and we're looking for this one to come and bounce before we continue to the downside. Continuation to the downside, that is the structure that we're looking for. Simple as that. We're looking for this one to the downside. That is EURCAD, EURJPY. EURJPY made a pulsing move to the downside. We invalidated, we expected this to still make one more up. We invalidated it when we saw this one coming down into the territory of wave 2, which invalidates the rules, violates the rules. So that's why when we had the three-wave pullback here, we started looking for downside. This, we've only just got an entry here. We're still looking for more downside here on EURJPY. Still an open trade here on EURJPY. Let's show the structure here and the labelings again. You can see that's ABC corrective structure. We're looking for this to continue lower. Right, that's EURJPY, Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand is not going up either. Let's just see here. Euro New Zealand is not going up, it's coming down. We've got a three-wave pullback. We've got a three-wave pullback. It's still coming down. Okay, it's not going to go up yet as forecasted here. We should possibly have one more down before I push to the upside. That is Euro New Zealand, and those are all the Euro pairs. AUDCAD. AUDCAD, we've been looking for it to break higher. We've been looking for it to break to the upside and make one more up. So that is what we're looking at on AUDCAD. Okay, so it has not happened, and it doesn't look like we're going to make a move to the upside anytime soon. So we're looking for this as an entry for one more down to complete that structure. Right, that's AUDCAD, AUDJPY. We've got this one as a trade setup. We're looking for this one to make a move to the downside. Look out for this one. It's a very nice move to the downside first before we get a move to the upside. So look for this one to make an entry. We've made a three-wave pullback. It's going to make a move to continuation move to the downside. Let me switch that off so it doesn't get confusing. We'll be looking for this one to come down. Looking for it to come down. This is your entry here. Okay, right. Audi New Zealand. Out in New Zealand, this looked like an impulsive move to the upside, looked like a reversal. It had made a corrective structure. Now we've made this move to the upside. It has changed structure. We've made a pulsing move. We've got that 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. Looks like we're going to have another 1, 2, 3 down here. If this becomes a structure like this, that means we have this as a bigger corrective structure, and we're going to expect this one to make one down, correction, and one down. For now, we're looking for this one to come down. That is Audi New Zealand CAD, similar to AUDCAD. We're still in this corrective structure. Is this going to go up? For now, we still have this as a corrective structure and looking for this one to make one more to the downside. We'll evaluate when this corrective structure is complete. That is New Zealand CAD. And finally, on the Forex space, we've got CADCHF. CADCHF has made a three-way move to the upside, has made a pulsing move down. That pulsing move down, let's show it in yellow. We've got a pulsing move down. This one is a corrective structure. It's going to make a move to the downside. Are we going to then get this one to do this and then downside? Let's watch this. Let's watch this, but this is going to be an entry for downside, at least back to the 61% of this move. All right, so let's run through the indices. The indices are all doing the same thing. So last week we had pulsing moves after the end of three-wave corrective structures. Let me show the labeling here so you can see where that is coming from. So we had three-wave corrective structures on the indices like that, and we expected that to have completed and expected a deeper pullback. Now, is that what we're gonna get? So there's a possibility that we just go sideways here on the indices. We've got a pulsing move and move to the upside. This one can do that, and correct here before we get one more to the upside. That means the C wave may not be complete. So indices, we just need to get more data here. We cannot really see. We can even have this one here. Let's just have a look what we're getting here on the indices. Okay, still in the middle of nowhere, right? Doesn't show anything, not confirming anything. So we should expect this one to pull back a little bit more. That is S&P 500. The Dow will be the same, pulling back on the Dow, giving us a three-wave corrective structure like that. That is a structure all around on all the indices here. So the NASDAQ here, tech stocks here, we're looking for this one to possibly make a move here. So that will be a sideways corrective structure as well. This pulsing move does not mean that it's a reversal. Okay, just need to watch this. As far as we are concerned, there's still a bit of strength to the upside. This is also another possibility. You may find this one making one more up to actually take the top here before coming down here. Then that will be a sideways corrective structure. We'll evaluate when we get to this level. That is the NASDAQ, and looking at the UK 100. UK 100 has made the pulsing move. This looks corrective. Is it going to come up and pull back? We'll expect a pullback. Basically just going sideways on all of them. And the DAX, let's look at this one. The DAX, same. We expected a three-wave pullback to end. If you remember, we had setups from here, actually set up from here and then move to the upside here. That's where this ends here. Now we're looking for this, has made this one here. Here we're going to see this one making a pullback and then pushing up higher, going sideways there. So not clear where we're going on the indices at this stage, but we can see the corrective structures like that. That is the DAX and the Nikkei. Nikkei, we're looking for this one to pull back. Nikkei, pulsing move, it's a move to the upside. This one should push a little bit higher before coming down. Then we'll look at that. Nifty, still pushing higher. Still pushing higher. There was a straight setup here. This was an entry here. Three-wave pullback, still pushing higher. Expect it to go and hit target there. And that's all on the indices. Look out for the cryptocurrencies in the next webinar. Look out for the cryptocurrency in the next webinar shortly after this. You can just check out the next cryptocurrency webinar. We're going to be updating Bitcoin and some of the major cryptocurrencies. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Trade responsibly. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you can get a notification next time we post. Have a great week. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.